Hello, my name is Tasman, plus figurines, and today we're making a keychain. I have reviewed this very small Sailor Moon in a previous video around the beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken, but it was reviewed. I unboxed her at the beginning and then reviewed the figurine itself. I gave my opinion on her there, so you can see her in the comments, description, the iCard. There's a link also, and I'm gonna link her at the ending, the ending card, if you wanna go and check out that video. However, we're not doing any of the reviewing today. We're actually making her into a keychain. Why want to make her into a keychain? Well, she's not a very good quality one, and I really don't like her to keep her around as a stationary figure. I have enough of those already. However, I don't have any keychains from her. My keys are feeling quite lonely without more keychains. With that said, I have made. There were other two videos where I made keychains out of one from an old bootleg that I had, and the other one of the Sakura Miku, where the head came off. If you wanna go check those out, I'll leave them in the description and in the iCards also. So, first things first, as I always do in every single video like this, we need to have this, the keychain part itself. It has to have this screw-in part, and we will need to do a hole for her. I have had a Chibi Moon keychain before, a bootleg one, and an issue with her was that I'm gonna show, she broke off around this part because a keychain's screw was right here. So for this one, I'm gonna try and aim around here, just so this part, the bangs, would not fall off. That bootleg of Chibi Moon was bought from AliExpress. She didn't hold up all that very well, but I'm gonna go and try that. So for that, as was tested, I will need a knife. Be careful when using it. So far, they have proven to be the best ones to make a very small dent, so I could screw this in later on. So yeah, let's get to it. Here it is. The material proven itself to be a bit stronger than I expected, so I had to use these. At first I used one part. I hoped that it was enough, but it didn't make a large enough incision. Well, not incision, a poke at the head. Rip. But it didn't make a large enough of a hole, so I had to use like fully like this. But as you saw, it was enough, and it screwed in pretty well actually. It shouldn't come out no matter what I do, and she will hold up on the keys pretty well. At least the previous ones did. Why I said that my keys were lonely, because the Sakura one, Sakura Miku, she did fall apart as time went on because of how many stuff she has in her. I think like these kind of figurines lend themselves better to keychains just because of how more streamlined they are. those figurines that are kind of meant to fall apart, to come off the hands, the hair, and all that, they have far more material. They're far more, heavier than like these ones. And it's just, the body does move, but I'm not too worried about that. It shouldn't fall off, and if it does, I'll just throw it away and probably look for a different figurine that I could put on a keychain. Yes, she does have a hole for a stand, but the stand was broken. I just threw it out. And yeah, this is the keychain. As you can see, you can make them fairly easily. The only really part needed is like these, the keychain part itself. And if you have any bootlegs or leftover, like those that you bought for the views, or like any kind of photography, if you have leftover small figurines like that, you can easily make them into keychains. It's super easy. You don't really need anything much extra for them. That said, what kind of bootleg figurines you have and you would like to make into keychains, or maybe you have seen on the market and you think would make perfect keychains for you or for anyone else? I'm very curious to hear about it, because I have been looking more into them myself, and maybe as future goes on, I might buy some from the suggestions and make them into keychains myself. So thank you for the comments, and see you in next video. Bye bye.